But before all that, another kind of dark sky now, and the remote island off the coast of Wales that's been internationally recognised for its ultra-low light pollution. Ynys Enlli, or Bardsey Island as it's also known, is the first official dark sky sanctuary in Europe and one of only 17 places across the world. Our Wales reporter Rhys Williams travelled to the island to see for himself the magnificently clear views.
Our fascination with the night sky is as old as time itself, and from this tiny island on our tiny planet, the view is unrivalled in Europe. An ancient place of pilgrimage, Ynys Enlli is increasingly attracting pilgrims of a different kind, who make the journey just to be there and look up. Also known as Bardsey Island, we travelled by boat to the tiny outcrop situated off the coast of northwest Wales to see the remarkable dark skies for ourselves. It's one of only 17 places around the world to achieve global recognition for its ultra-low light pollution, joining the likes of Aotea in New Zealand and the remote Pitcairn Islands in the Pacific Ocean. Catrin, shwmai?
Hiya, Rhys. Croeso i'r Ynys.
Diolch yn fawr iawn.
Iawn.
Catrin is one of the island's wardens and tells me Enlli has long been unique.
Most people I talk to who visit the island, they're coming for all sorts of different reasons, whether that's spiritual or creative or simply just wanting to connect with themselves and the land.
What makes it so special here?
Though this place is very small, it gives this opportunity to live much more closely to nature and be more in tune with what's happening season by season, how things are changing, what's arriving in terms of bird life, and also what the moon is doing and how that affects the tides.
Enlli boasts a remarkable variety of wildlife. Many birds flock to its shores where seals sunbathe. The island has only 2 permanent inhabitants. In spring they're joined by a team of wardens and bird watchers, as well as a small amount of visitors. It's totally off-grid, there's no plumbing, and very little telephone signal. Enlli's unrivalled stargazing is due to its unique geographical features, with a mountain blocking all glare from the mainland. The most likely form of light pollution is actually from Dublin. Enlli may be beautiful during the day, but it's at night that it really comes into its own. It's unique, not just in the UK, not just in Europe, but across the whole world. As the blue of dusk becomes the darkest of black, Enlli skies come alive. The dark sky here may be a treat for stargazers, but the island's bird life rely on its extreme darkness to survive, so Enlli's residents do everything they can to help. Even the lighthouse is fitted with a red light. The conditions allow for some remarkable images to be captured. These extraordinary photographs were taken by Steve Porter, who lived on the island for 11 years. He's the man who kick-started the push for dark sky sanctuary status after he began sharing his pictures online.
People from all over the world started commenting on the quality of the photographs, which was very little to do with my ability, but more on the quality of the dark skies. And gradually people were encouraging me to take full advantage of it, and I started thinking that maybe we should have an official recognition of that.
Why is it so special? How could you explain that to someone maybe who hasn't really seen it in all its glory?
When you truly visit a dark sky site and you can see the whole Milky Way quite clearly, there are nights of such clarity where you can even have your shadow on the ground from the Milky Way, and that's something you don't forget in a hurry.
In towns and cities across the world, light pollution from human activity is skyrocketing, making capturing images like these harder every year, and there's growing evidence of the devastating impact this has on wildlife as well as humans. But this tiny Welsh island is a beacon, leading the way in the global fight for darker skies. Rhys Williams, ITV News, Ynys Enlli.